Hello to you and happy Sunday. I hope you've had a beautiful week and a beautiful weekend. So the last time we connected, I was talking a little bit about doing some spring cleaning and also about maybe setting some new intentions that serve you where you are now. And I've wanted to bring to you perhaps some other tools to put in your toolbox when you're thinking about finding these intentions and taking them on for yourself. Sometimes there are things that get in our own way. There are emotions that rise up. There are fears and discomforts that rise up that might impede our ability to move forward into a space that actually fulfills us and serves us better for the people that we are today. So I wanted to talk about a few things. A couple of things that I wanted to first address were around emotional agility. So this is an interesting idea that in a world today where we have this sort of idea that we're always supposed to be positive about things that we experience, see, do, about ourselves, that's actually sort of a forced false concept. And I feel like instead of allowing us to look through the lens of just what really is happening with us, it sort of says that we're supposed to feel a particular way. So I want to bring this up, that perhaps one of the things that will serve us better is to have the agility and the awareness of what we're really feeling. So one of the first parts I would love for you to think about doing, it's a beautiful phrase, have a correspondence with your heart. Consider taking time to sit down with a blank journal and in that moment really write down, what are you feeling? No judgment. Nobody's going to read this. I just want you to let it flow. What are you feeling? Okay. And it is what it is. All the things that may arise for you. But here's the beautiful thing. Your emotions are data. They can help you to dig down to what is it that's underneath that emotion and what is the cause of that, rather than it being something that we resist. It's actually a little knock on your consciousness to go ahead and pay attention to something. It's not a directive. It's not telling you what you need to do. It's simply giving you a little waving of a flag that, this is something here that I need to pay attention to. So practice it first by doing that journaling exercise to really get immersed into what you're feeling and connect with it. Where does it arrive in your body? How does it make you feel? Does your heart rate rise? Do you notice your breathing change? Do you smile? Do you feel lifted? Do you feel contracted? So, body awareness, emotional awareness, heart awareness. So, really when you start to get into this thinking then about what may be next for you, paying attention to a big decision. There's something that you know that you want to do, and perhaps you've been stopping yourself for lots of reasons. Safety and where you are, a knowing of what you have going on. It's a habitual place of safety, whether that's in your personal life, whether it's in your work life. But perhaps if you take on this correspondence with your heart and what you really are wanting to do with your life or with some other big aspect in your personal life, you're taking something on, go ahead and look at that with courage, compassion, and a feeling of curiosity, rather than it being something to fear. Courage, compassion, and curiosity. Then, think about value-aligned action. What feels right for you? Do you even know? So, 3 things to think about then into making this decision, or just framework. The first is listen to your gut instinct. Research has shown that we have neural networks, not just here, but we have neural networks that are in fact connected to our heart and are connected to our gut. Those things are speaking to you. Allow them to help you get into a feeling of what is it that arises for you. And make the feeling really rise up by considering you've already made the decision. Whatever that decision is, it's happened. How do you feel about it? Notice that. okay, to help you know whether you're heading in the right direction, whether it's in line with you. The second piece is really knowing what do you value. And that is going to be in the midst of those feelings, not pushing them down, you're not bottling them up, you're not brooding on whether they're good or bad, and you're not putting false positivity on it, okay? Be in what's real. From that first journaling exercise and practicing of getting emotionally agile, now you're going to apply it to how you're actually feeling and being true. Be honest with what you're feeling and whether it's maybe not sitting so well with you, or yes, it's a little scary, but yes, it feels like it is in fact the place you want to go. And the other big thing that as humans we tend to allow get in our way is fear of consequence of an action. We are amazingly adaptable creatures. We really are. You will cope. You will. There are things that are big and they feel insurmountable in our lives. There are things that cause us grief, anger, and yet we move through them and we learn, don't we? So do not be fearful of a consequence of a big action unless it really doesn't sit well with you and you aren't listening to your heart. Listen to your heart. Get in line with your values and know that you will adapt. And in fact, the outcome may be more spectacular and more in line with you than you could have ever imagined. Dig deep. Be honest. And remember, proceed with curiosity, compassion, and courage. Courage is fear walking. It's just you're bringing it with you and going forward anyway. So, we start by having that correspondence with our heart, practicing emotional agility. And then we start to apply it towards big decisions in our lives. With that, I wish you an amazing week. And I hope that you will take time to really start to listen to your body, to your heart. Very important to notice what emotions are arising for you. Yeah? I think that's a great place to connect with each other and with ourselves. And I wish you a spectacular week. Be well. I'll see you next Sunday. Namaste.